hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the gift guide for her. So I want to welcome you guys to Vlogmas day 10. And there is a purpose to day 10 being the gift guide for her. So today is actually my best friend Kira's birthday. So I was like, I can't not have the gift guide for her on her birthday. So I want you guys to wish her a very happy birthday. Drop it in the comments down below, and I'm sure that would make her absolute day. She may be in the comments already, I don't know, but if not, whether or not you know her, she's been on a couple of times in the videos, but drop her a happy birthday. I would really appreciate it in the comments down below. So today we are talking gift guides for her. Now the reason I'm doing this video as well is some of these are like standard gifts you'd get, but I tried to kind of think outside the box a little bit, do things a little bit differently, and not give you the standard, you know, wine, chocolates, flowers, you know. Do we have some of that? Yeah, of course we do, but we're trying to, you know, mix it up a little bit. Get a bit more creative, you know, that kind of way. And what I do find as well is it's generally women, and moms especially, mammies and moms especially, and grandmothers, who get these like unthought of last minute gifts that they get the same stuff every year that no one has ever actually asked them if they like, and they get like the same generic, you know, stuff all the time. And I'm sure they open it, and I'm sure as much as they appreciate the gesture and the gift, it's like, can we please put some more effort in? Because I know for a fact that most of the women I know, whether they're mothers or their girlfriends or wives or whatever non-gendered term they choose to use, in a relationship or family unit or whatever, they generally put a lot of effort and work and thought into the gifts that they give people, and they put time in and effort in. And then I see with a lot of them, though, when people buy them gifts, they're like, oh, I got you flowers, and they just put no effort in. And I know a lot of those women don't say anything because they're still grateful and they're appreciative, and they're wonderful women who we don't deserve and are too good for us. But nonetheless, so I thought I'd make a little gift guide so that if you're unsure of what to get the female in your life, and you don't want to get them chocolate, flowers, do you know what I mean? The same stuff everybody buys them. Get you nice, and I'll get you nice fur, you know what I mean? A nice little fern for your sitting room, like. Let's try to be a bit more imaginative. Anyway, we're going to do a gift guide for her today, okay? Some of the stuff, I think some of the stuff you'll know, obviously. So I'm going to start off with the first one. The first one is candles, flowers, chocolates. They're all fine, guys. No one has an issue with candles, flowers, chocolates. They're all fine. But I would say put some thought into it. Like, don't just get a random bunch of flowers that you see at the front of the store and you put no thought into. Find out what her favourite flowers are. Maybe match it with a nice, you know, vase, whatever way you want to pronounce it. You know, the kind of way. If you're getting them stuff like, what was the other one? Candles. Try and get her fragrance she likes. Don't just get a random candle. Or another thing I see a lot of with some people's significant others, they'll buy their wife, girlfriend, you know, female person. I'm sure it happens to the males and non-gendered amongst us as well, but they buy a present for somebody else, but they buy them a scent that they'd like rather than what the other person they're buying the gift for would like. So, you know, please don't do that as well. Try and put some thought in, guys. Try and find out what scent they like. Find out what their perfume scent is, if you can get one that's similar to that. I know Joe Malone do like custom, sorry there's something on my camera lens there. Joe Malone do specifically very custom scents. Now, they are quite pricey, but that could be something, especially if it's a special celebration. Anyway, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Number 2, I have around 10 or 11 here as well on this list. So I'll number them on the screen, probably here-ish, somewhere. And on my list, so you guys can keep along with and follow along with what I'm going with. And also if you want to write them down. So, anyway. Another one I found recently, and if you saw my video there a couple of days ago, 3 days ago I did a video about, like, you know, those kind of last minute gifts, those, what do I buy for the person who has everything, unexpected gifts, or the person, you know what I mean, hard to shop for gifts. So one of them was a wine subscription. You basically get a wine subscription. You get a different bottle of wine every month. They can do a quiz and they tell what kind of wine they like, so they get the kind of wine that suits them, and they can try all different kind of brands. Some of them are literally you get some random wine every month. Some months you'll get a white, some months you'll get a red, some months you'll get a rosé, some months you'll get like a sparkling or a champagne or whatever. But they can be a really nice gift if obviously the person's into wine. And there's like lots of different levels of them and budgets and all that kind of stuff, but I thought that could be a really nice gift. Especially the customizable ones, because some people, like, they love red wine and they hate white wine, they won't drink it, or you know, vice versa. And I think those kind of customizable ones are really good for that, because if you get a subscription service, especially something like wine, they can be good value, but some of them can be a little bit pricier. You don't want them receiving, say you buy them a 1-year subscription or whatever, if you do decide to go for that length, you don't want them to get 6 bottles of wine they're not going to drink. You know what I mean? If it's like 6 red and 6 white. So I think they're kind of good, or they can, you know, they give like their flavour kind of choices and they adjust from there. So they might get a red and they don't usually drink red, but that red could be a red that they will like, and that kind of thing. But anyway, I thought that was a really nice kind of interesting gift, and it's not something, to be honest, I think I've heard of it before, but I wasn't really aware of it. But now there's actually a lot of companies who are doing it, which is really good. So another one is a makeup sub box. I mentioned in a previous video, I used to be subscribed to Birchbox. So you basically, with Birchbox, you pay like an amount every month. I think it's maybe 10 or 15 euro or something like that. I'm not sure, every 2 months, or there's loads of them. There's Glossy Box. There's another one I can't think of the name of. If you look at that other video, hopefully somebody has dropped in the comments of that previous video, because I did mention when I filmed that video, if someone could drop in the comments, you know, the name of the other ones. But anyway, they send you subscriptions, so you fill out a quiz at the start, like saying if you want to address like your hair care concerns, your skin care concerns, is it beauty, you know, is it makeup, you know, what kind of thing are you into? And then they'll send you a selection of new products or upcoming products, or old favourites or classics. And usually like miniature trial size products, because again, we don't want to be going out having to spend, you know, say 60 or 80 euro on a product that you're going to use once and you discover you don't like. These subscription boxes are great for that, because you get 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever number of new products each month to try, and then you can try them out, and then if you like the full size, what they do is you can then order them online, the product in the gift box or in the, you know, subscription box, and then you get a big discount on it as well, which is really good, or a special offer on it. So they can be really good, and there's loads of different companies that do them, and that could be worth looking into as well. And they do them for makeup, and do I have another one here as well that they do it for? Oh yeah, also athletic wear. Was it Fabletics did them at one stage? Or there's a company, I can't think of the name of the company off the life of me, and I meant to write it down. If somebody can remember it, drop it in the comments below. But basically they give, you sign up and you give them like your measurements and stuff, your sizes, and they do athletic wear, or athleisure if you want to call it that, you know, each month or every 3 months or something like that. So stuff like that as well is a really, really good one. Another one to get that you don't see very often is like spa vouchers and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people do vouchers at Christmas, but ones for spa day is really nice. Like, I've seen them for like, you know, a massage and a facial and whatever, and that's really nice. But I think as well, a special one is like a spa day. Around this time of the year, a lot of the spas and like beauty salons and stuff actually do vouchers for like packages. I know a lot of people would go in and say, oh, I'll get a 50 euro voucher, I'll get a 20 euro voucher, I'll get a 100 euro voucher for this person for this spa. And I know a lot of them do packages around this time of the year, so you might say get a 200 euro voucher, and you know, after Christmas they'll go in and we'll say like the I don't know, the facial or the massage, we'll say the facial is 110, the massage is 90, and there's the 200 euro gone. But before Christmas they might have been doing a deal where it was a facial, a massage, and like a brow treatment or your nail treatment, or you know what I mean, something else for 200 euro on a package deal like that. So that's definitely something to look into, and you can get really nice specific packages and like custom built ones depending on the salon you go to. But yeah, and that's, I think, a really, really nice voucher and a nice one to do for people. And a lot of the spas as well, if you ring them up and ask them, if you say have a person who suffers with their back, or you know what I mean, whatever, their knee, or even with like if someone is pregnant, a lot of them do pregnancy services as well in the spa, because I know a lot of people who are pregnant don't go for spa service, and like a lot of them I think would really enjoy it and appreciate, you know, a massage especially, or anything like that, or a bit of a pamper when they're pregnant, you know. But I think spa vouchers and the bundles and the packages they do are really, really good option for that. So then the next one I have here is, oh yeah, a TV subscription voucher. I think I've seen a lot this year is TV subscription vouchers. So you got companies like Netflix, Disney Plus, we've the new one Paramount Plus. There's in Ireland here we have Now TV. I think that's in the UK as well. What else there? I know in the US you have Hulu, because I know Hulu is huge in the US. You guys have Hulu. There's Amazon Prime. Like that's Amazon Prime is everywhere. Anyway, you know what I mean. There's loads of them out. There's Hey You is the one with the, I know a lot of the reality shows. But a lot of them now do subscription vouchers. So you can either get like 10, 20, 30, 50 euro on monetary voucher. But some of them also do like 1 year subscription, and they do deals on it. So say it's like 10 euro a month. They might do 80 euro for the year or 70 euro for the year, and you can buy a 1 year subscription and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're really nice vouchers, and they're kind of good for everybody because, you know, well, I think most people watch TV, most people have a smart TV or have like an Apple TV or a Fire Stick or Roku or one of them. They've some way to access smart TV services, or they have like a phone or a tablet so they can watch Netflix and all that kind of stuff, or their, you know, their cable box or their satellite box can access it anyway. But I think they're really, really good, and like I think a lot of people have Netflix anyway, and, you know, Disney Plus and stuff like that. So even one of those vouchers, it's, you know, a payment for them maybe for 3 months. And that's 3 months that they don't have to worry about, you know, paying for that subscription. And they probably really appreciate that, especially around Christmas. Because I know once it comes into January, money gets very tight for pretty much most people. And even like something like that, you know what I mean? And yeah, it might only be 30 or 40 euro or 20 or 30 or whatever amount of money it is, but that could make a big difference to them. So I think that's a nice kind of thing to get on, you know, especially if you've someone, it's a really good time of year if you have someone who uses your Netflix account and you're someone who has a problem with constantly going onto your Netflix and there being too many people on your Netflix, and it's like, oh, there's too many screens active, you can't use your Netflix. Now is a very good time over Christmas to buy them all a voucher for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months for their own Netflix account. But yeah, so I think that's a really good one, and it's something, especially anybody with families, it's great because the whole family can use it, like the whole family can enjoy it. And it could even be nice as a family gift, like if you're trying to get a family gift, maybe something like Netflix or Disney Plus, and then they can all enjoy it. But yeah, I thought that was kind of something different that I saw this year for, you know, kind of gift wise that I came across. But yeah, so moving on, another good one I think, a present that I would love, and I know a lot of women who I know would like but would never ask for, but I'm going to say it anyway, is an espresso machine, like for their own coffees, to make them a decent coffee every morning. I do myself generally try and stay away when I'm talking about gifts to people about women, is try and stay away from anything that goes in a kitchen, because some people take that as an opportunity to run with it and be very old-fashioned and traditional. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with some of the old-fashioned traditional gifts, because some people actually want them and some people ask them. I have a friend of mine who would ask for like a steam mop and a new Hoover and, you know, a wash machine for that would be her vibe. You know what I mean? She'd totally go for that. And I know some other women who, if you gave them a mop, they'd probably beat you with the mop. You know, that kind of way. But I try and kind of avoid the kitchen on instances like that, so as not to annoy anybody. But I think a coffee machine is a safe bet. You know, an espresso especially. I really like an espresso. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, an espresso is really expensive. Blah, blah, blah. Their machines are more expensive. I will grant you that. Their machines are more expensive than a lot of the other competitors. Like, you know, I mean, your Dolce Gusto, your Tassimo, there's the Sensio, there's K-Cup, I think is the other one. Keurig is what it's called, Keurigs. But you know, like the pod machines. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of different brands, a lot of different companies. What I find is the Nespresso pods are cheaper than everybody else. The Tassimo pods work out at, I think it's like €8 or something like that for 16 of them. So it works out around 50 cents each. Whereas I go in then to Nespresso and I pay, I think it's 330 or 340. I haven't bought many since inflation happened, so it may have changed since then, but 340 for 10, that's 34 cent a pod, which based on my calculations is way cheaper than the other stuff. So, and I found that a lot. Dulce Gusto, and again, it depends if you're using the branded or non-branded pods. You can literally buy, I think it's Aldi or Lidl do them. Sorry, Max is barking in his sleep, if in case you heard that. I think, is it like $1.79 or something like that for 10 pods for your Nespresso machine? Now, I know, of course, it is not recommended to use non-branded pods in your machine, and it can void your warranty and all of the things, but you know, if we're going by pod price, thank you, Maxie, it's okay. It's okay, Baba, it's okay. But by pod price, what I have found in my experience is Nespresso are cheaper. Now, I know the new one now, the machine is the Virtuo. I don't know, I think they're around the same price as the classic Nespresso. You can still buy the classic Nespresso. The one I have is the classic Nespresso. But if you're someone who's really into coffee and trying to learn about coffee, and know more about it and want a really good selection, I would recommend Nespresso. And they do really good deals around this time of the year. The machines might be around 120, 140, but they'll give you like, I think it's usually like 50 to 90 euro in vouchers, which then you can use on pods and on their online store, so like accessories and stuff like that. So Nespresso is one I highly recommend. I've used the other ones. I have another one, I have an Nespresso. I really love my Nespresso. I have the one with the Aerochino, which is built onto the base, so it's one plug for the, you know, the frother and the coffee, which I like. You can buy them separately as well, but that takes up 2 plug sockets, and I know a lot of people, you know, plug sockets are like, you know, power points are prime real estate in the kitchen. So they do both, but I would highly recommend an Nespresso. That's just my own personal opinion. I love an Espresso. But yeah. And again, there's so many other coffee machines, but coffee machines are a really good thing to look into, I think, because it's something a lot of people enjoy, and I know you can buy stuff like Dunkin' and all that kind of stuff as well, and Starbucks do their own coffees and pods and whatever. But yeah, Nespresso, really good in my opinion. Next one I have is a theatre experience voucher. So I came across online there recently that you can get vouchers now for like a theatre experience, and not only do you get your theatre ticket to your show, whether it's Broadway or the West End or, you know, the kind of thing, or whatever show, a play or whatever. Some places, some venues now are doing that. You get your ticket for your show plus either a meal before the show or after the show, included in one, and for one price, one special price, or you can get, say, your ticket for the show plus, like, you know, drinks, popcorn, snacks and stuff throughout the theatre thing. So I think that's a really nice thing that they're doing, and I know a lot of places now are offering around this time of year, they offer vouchers for that. So not only does the person get to go and see the theatre show they want to see, whether that be, you know, Phantom of the Opera or Stomp, or, you know what I mean, their music gig or whatever. And I know as well some cinemas are doing it with restaurants as well. Some movie theatres are doing them. So you can go get your meal before or after the movie, depending on what time it's at. Yeah, your movie ticket, your meal ticket, and like popcorn and a drink in the cinema / movie theatre. And kind of like stuff like that, theatre and cinema experiences, a lot of them are coming up now. And you can even look in places like Groupon and stuff like that, they do them. And if you're a student, if you went like Student Beans, Uni Days, or any of those student discount websites, a lot of them get special offers and deals for stuff like that as well, especially around this time of the year. So keep an eye out. But I thought that was a really nice one, because it means you're not just like going to the show, but you're getting your dinner and maybe a drink afterwards or whatever. And I just thought it was a really nice and kind of, you know, it's a personal gift, but it's also kind of flexible in that they can kind of, you know, pick the show they want to go to or whatever before they do it. So I thought that was really, really nice. The next one, oh yeah, this is one I don't see very often for gifts. I think it's an amazing gift. So, I don't know, for those of you who do, some of you probably will know, some of you probably won't know. There's a website online called Masterclass, and they do, basically, masterclasses. I own 2 of them. 2 of the masterclasses. So, when Masterclass launched, you could buy, like, a lifetime access to this course. And it was, like, I don't know how much it was. Was it 50 or was it 100? I can't remember. It was something like that. And you can still buy them individually, but they have a subscription now. That I think, now this one is pricier, but in my opinion it is well worth the money. Now the subscription, I believe, is $150. Is it $150 a year? I think it's $150 a year, $150 a year. but it gives you access to unlimited number of masterclasses. You can watch all the masterclasses, like every single one on the platform. And they do masterclasses in everything. I mean, cooking, writing, film directing, acting, singing, gardening, flower arranging I think is on there, wine tasting. Like, think of a thing in your head right now that's like a thing that people can do. They probably have a masterclass on it. And not only that, but most of the masterclasses are taught by like the best people in the world. You know what I mean? Like, at it. Like, there's a filmmaking masterclass that I got that's done by, there's one by Martin Scorsese, there's one by Ron Howard, there is a cooking one by Gordon Ramsay, there is a screenwriter one by Shonda Rhimes, I believe, there is a writer's workshop by, is it Stephen King does it? Possibly. Anyway, all the huge names, the biggest names in the world that are there, like, do you know, they are probably on they're probably on masterclass. Give me a look and see if I can pick some up here really quickly. Let me just, you know, I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone here and I can actually tell you some of them to give you kind of a better idea. They're also doing a thing at the moment now, which is gift one, get one. So if you gift a membership right now, you get a membership for yourself as well for free. So you get 2 memberships for the price of 1. Unreal. So there's Michael Pollan, who teaches intentional eating. Gordon Ramsay teaches cooking. Bob Iger teaches business strategy and leadership. Now, some of these I know, some of them I really don't know, so I'm not going to pretend I do. There is Indra Nui, teaches leading with purpose. I'm sure there's some of you watching this laughing because I'm pronouncing all of the names wrong. There's Mandy Weiss, who's teaching Plan Your Dream Wedding. There is Marcus Brownlee doing viral videos. John Douglas teaches you how to think like an FBI profiler. Like, do you know what I mean, guys? There's John Legend teaches songwriting. I mean, there's like, guys, there's literally, they just keep going. Richard Branson. Christina Aguilera teaches singing. Kris Jenner teaches personal branding. Like, I mean, there's hundreds of them. Now, I remember when I started, like, Naomi Campbell's teaching modelling fundamentals is coming soon. But I remember when I started, there was like 8 masterclasses on it. But like, guys, so here we are now. They're starting at €16 a month if you bill annually. And then there's like different price points, but vouchers for them are really good. And I mean, guys, if you buy a Jan voucher, most people will find something to do on it. But anyway, masterclass. I went a bit around to a masterclass, but I have a masterclass and I just love it. And it's all interactive. It's all online. There is an app available. I don't know if the app if it's available worldwide, but there is an app and you can like watch it on your phone. There's videos. There's like workbooks. There's, you know what I mean. You can be as interactive or just watch the stuff or whatever, as much or as less as you want. But yeah, I had to share a masterclass with you. There's a class for everybody on it. Anyway, moving swiftly along. So, oh, another one. There's a company I came across called Ember, and they do a temperature control keep warm mug. Which might not sound like a big problem, but if you're someone who does a lot of stuff and you're a busy person, one thing that I know I get a lot is I make a coffee, and by the time I actually have to drink it, it's freezing cold. And it drives me mad. Now, I don't mind drinking cold coffee. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not one of these people who is bothered. You know the way some people, if their tea gets or coffee gets the smallest bit cold, I can't drink it, and they'll have to like boil it again or microwave it, or it has to be 397 million degrees hot. Like literally almost boiling in the cup, or they won't drink it. You know who you are. You know who you are. Like, do you know what I mean? And I just thought this thing is a brilliant idea. You plug it in. I'm not sure the price of it. I found like 4 or 5 websites that had it, and they were all sold out. Because it's obviously very popular, but you know the way some websites have like sold it, but the price, none of them have the price on it. So annoying, but you know what I mean. But it's called the Ember temperature controlled keep warm mug, and you basically just plug it in and it keeps your cup warm. I think it comes with the cup as well. But anyway, I thought that was a cool gift, and that's a gift you can give to anybody. Like, you know what I mean. So I just thought that was a good one. I should pop in here. The next one is voucher for hair salon. I think is a really good one. And not like a random voucher for like a random hair salon, you know, in the kind of way, like if you find out where the person in your life, you know, who you love goes to, go and get the voucher for them. Like, there's a big company, we have big companies here who have hair salons. We have people like Peter Mark, they're a huge company. We have Tony and Guy, huge company. And they're like big salons, and they have salons across the entire country, and they have loads of them. They can be really good for the vouchers, because usually it doesn't matter what branch you buy the voucher in. Like, if you buy it in, say, County Kerry, you can use it in Dublin. You know, the kind of way. So they can be really good ones. A lot of them do vouchers, digital vouchers online that you can use in salon as well as in their online shops. But I think that's a really good one for someone who goes and gets their hair done. And you can get them as well. Most of them are monetary vouchers, though, monetary values. So, you know what I mean? They can always use it for their next appointment, or if they wanted to add in and get themselves like a nice treatment, or buy the products, especially if you're not someone who buys the hair salon products a lot, because they can be hella expensive, especially the shampoos and stuff like that. Now, I've heard they're amazing, but they can get pretty pricey. But that could be a really nice thing. Someone could go in and treat themselves to like a really nice, you know, treatment, like, you know what I mean, special product like a mask or whatever, or the shampoo conditioner from, you know, one of the big brands like Kerastase or Redken that a lot of salons carry, and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought that was a really nice one, and it's something that I think a lot of people, especially if you buy it for their particular salon, it's something that they'll definitely use and they'll enjoy. And it might even mean that if you give it to them before Christmas, that they can get their, you know, their hair done before Christmas. You never know. And even have a look on Groupon and stuff like that for vouchers for their salon could be a good one as well, because you might get a discount there. And then last but by no means least, it is kind of a generic, gift, but I feel like it's one that's dying out, but I still think it's a nice gift to receive, is jewellery. I think jewellery is a really nice gift for most people, and I don't just mean like, you know what I mean, like diamonds and pearls. Like, by all means, go and spend your money on your diamonds and pearls. They cost a bloody fortune, but off you go. Have at it. Go nuts. You know what I mean? Great idea. But there's a lot more personalisation, I feel like, in jewellery nowadays. Like, you've got stuff like the Pandora, you know, like the charms and stuff. They're really nice. That company Alex and Annie does a lot of stuff as well. They're all like about positive energy and stuff like that. And they do some really nice brand collaborations with people like Harry Potter and stuff like that. They did a really nice collection with them. Stuff like Swarovski do really nice stuff. And funnily enough, I don't think a lot of people realise, Swarovski can be actually quite affordable as well with the crystals, because I know a lot of people I've seen, and I've heard people say over the years, oh my god, Swarovski, they're really expensive. Like, yes, they can be for some stuff, but they actually have like some nice pieces that are maybe around 20, 30, 40 euros that look really, really nice. And stuff like that. But I think jewellery is really nice, and it works for a lot of people. Like, you've got earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and you can kind of get the more casual stuff that's more, I suppose, costumey. You've got your, obviously, your high-end dealers, you know, like places like Cartier and, you know, what's that one in New York? I can't think of the name. There's a famous one. Is it Harry Winston? Is that what it's called? Like, you can go all the way that way. You know what I mean? You're like individual, I think they're like diamond dealers or something. I don't know. They're super exclusive, expensive, you know, jewelers. And they have all that stuff. But even just going to your standard jewelers, like a huge one here is Newbridge Silverware in Ireland. That you can get pieces for them. They make pieces for like for women. They make pieces for men. They make pieces for, I'm sure, our non-binary friends. They make pieces for, you know, children. They make homewares, they make all kinds of stuff, and all that kind of stuff can be really nice. They can get your rings, jewellery, and what I like about them as well is they do stuff like the real kind of casual day-to-day jewellery, but they also have your dress-up, really nice, elegant piece that you keep for your night out if you're going to the, you know, a show or the opera or for an anniversary dinner or something. You kind of do a broad spectrum of stuff, and like a lot of stores do jewellery and stuff like that, but I think that's a really nice understated gift that a lot of people don't do anymore. But yeah, so I thought I'd add that one in as well, and obviously as well, find out the person what their preference is. Don't buy gold for people who like silver, etc. Like, I like silver, platinum, obviously, white gold, stuff like that. I'm not a fan of gold. I don't wear gold. I don't buy gold. I don't have gold. Don't ask me why, I just don't. My mum loved gold. My dad would wear gold. My best friend likes gold. Half of the people I know love gold. Most of my family do. I'm not a fan of gold. I just haven't. It's just not my vibe. I think it clashes with my skin, personally. But I regularly get gifts of like jewellery that's gold. which is unfortunate because I just won't wear it. And I don't mean any disrespect to people by not wearing it, I just don't like wearing it. You know what I mean? I don't think it suits me. You know, I don't think it looks nice on me, but that's little things like that are going to make a big difference as well if you're buying someone jewellery. Find out if they prefer, you know, gold or silver or white gold, platinum, you know, all that kind of stuff. And also one big thing as well is, especially the journey I've been on this year with allergies. And if you're someone who's new to buying jewellery, you've never bought jewellery before, let me tell you, if it's super cheap jewellery, it probably has nickel in it. So find out if the person has nickel allergy. Some people get, you know, the skin goes a bit green, or they get a little bit, you know, red. Some people get full-blown, really severe itching, scratching, massive body rashes kind of thing. Nickel is an allergen. It is a known allergen, just to be aware of that. Be careful with that kind of stuff. Especially with earrings, a lot of cheap earrings, and even kind of some not cheap earrings, have nickel in them, and it's really sore to wear nickel earrings if you're having a reaction to them. But anyway, that's kind of everything I have in the video. There is, of course, a million other things you could buy. If you have other suggestions for buying gifts for her, I would really appreciate if you would drop them in the comments below. Even the stuff you've already bought for the women or the females in your life, drop them down below. I'd love to hear them all. You can give ideas to other people, to each other. And, you know, that's one thing I always encourage in the community, is to share your experiences and your knowledge, and we'll all learn more and become better as a community. But anyway, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully some of the ideas were something you hadn't thought of, or hopefully they gave you a little bit of inspiration for some gift buying this holiday season. I hope you guys have an amazing... I really hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. I will, of course, be back tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so... Okay. We have a bit of a narky boy today, guys, which is why he's not wearing his bow. Because he got a bit angry at me when I tried to put it on him. But anyway, from me and from the wonderful supervisor, Maxie, we want to wish you guys a very happy Christmas/holiday season. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season so far. I hope you are looking after yourself, taking some time if you need it, and practicing self-care and taking a break if you need it as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, a marvellous week and a fantastic week ahead. I will catch you back here tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, love y'all. Bye.
This is a magic day.